Hello, so this is going to be a nice simple guide on how to get PlayStation 5 remote streaming on your AYN Thor. So all you're going to need to start with is a PlayStation 5, obviously, and then if you go to the Google Play Store, we're going to want to download this app, Chiaki, up. You just search for Chiaki, it's the first thing that comes up. So we're going to tap into that, open it up. It should detect automatically any PlayStation you've got on the same Wi-Fi network. So this one's mine, that's my girlfriend's, so all I'm going to do is tap that top one. So that's my internal IP, my PS5. So you need to provide your account ID, but it has to be in base 64. So there's a little link here to psn.flipscreen.games. So basically, you pop your username in here and it'll give you the base 64 key. So I'm just going to do that now. Okay, there we are. So there's my encoded ID for Chiaki, and then we're just gonna paste that into there. Now it's gonna ask for a PIN. So on the PlayStation 5, navigate to Settings, System, Remote Play, then Link Device. It's actually called Pair Device. So I'm just gonna do that now. And then I'll hit register. So it shouldn't take too long. And then once it's registered, I swipe back. And then the first thing we're going to want to do before we boot up the PlayStation is we're going to head into settings, and then we're going to want to tick this swap cross moon and box pyramid buttons. They've never been called that. I don't know where that terminology comes from. Basically, like a lot of the emulators we've been using, this will just swap your A and B and your X and Y. So it's more akin to the PlayStation layout. So now we're going to go back and we're going to boot it up. So here we are on my PlayStation. So a couple of things to notice first. If you don't have your PlayStation connected via Ethernet, you will notice some significant latency. That's just the nature of remote streaming. So as this was designed for phones, it has this touch interface. Annoyingly, we still need this PlayStation button to exit out of games and things like that. To disable the touch interface, it's very finicky. You kind of have to... It's really annoying. So if you close it, will ask you to reconnect. For some reason, you have to hit reconnect a few times for it to register. So I found that the most reliable way of enabling and disabling the touch controls is if you swipe down, swipe up, and then very quickly tap the bottom. So it's disabled touchscreen controls and it's enabled touchpad only. So if you tap the screen, it'll register as the touchpad. So how do I get off this now? This is so typical. There we go. So swipe down, swipe up. It's not the best. I don't know how active the Chiaki developers are. However, this is something I'll probably be contacting them about if they still maintain it. So as you can see, this is my PlayStation. I've got loads of stuff installed. I haven't touched it since I've had the AYN Thor, to be fair. So this will be news to me. So I'm going to boot up the alters, which, as an aside, my personal game of last year. Criminally underrated, absolutely robbed at the Game Awards, not even getting, I think it got one nomination, but check this out, because it's perfect, in my opinion. The correct opinion. So it runs, I'm streaming currently, I think it's streaming at 720p by default. You can, if you have good internet, enable it to 1080p. So first things to note, so the UI is very, very small. So it's not going to have the proper UI scaling, and it's a 6-inch device. But if you're playing something that doesn't have a tiny little UI like this does, then it's probably ideal. I'm just going to pack the sheet. So to exit out of this game annoyingly, I'm going to have to do what I did before, but try and re-enable the touch controller, which is very, very annoying. Although in all fairness, you could probably get away with just leaving it on because it's very, very faint if you want to. Personally, that'd annoy me. I've also got... So I don't know how Expedition 33 will play, seeing as a lot of your parry windows require quite strong timing. So we'll have a quick look just to check it out. So I'm quite lucky, so I have gigabit internet, so it is very, very fast. Again, I run everything that I can off Ethernet, so if you can't, then you're going to notice some huge latency. So the text on this is definitely a little bit more readable. So spoilers for those of you who haven't played Expedition 33. I'm enjoying it, not as much as some people. It's fine, calm down. So I haven't played this for a while, so we'll try a quick battle and we'll see how I get on. Don't judge my... the wrong one. I've forgotten all the controls, I haven't played this for a while. So with it being turn-based, it's... even if you have latency, it's not too bad, with the exception being those parries. So we'll see if I can actually parry something. So I thought my timing was on there, but... Oh, so it's not too bad. There's definitely a little latency, but you're talking a few milliseconds, so you might have to, if you're playing a game like this, you may have to adjust your timings. But it does look really good. It can be a little bit difficult to see some of the UI elements, like I said. However, if you want to play your PS5 as though you've not got enough games on your AYN Thor already to start playing, then it works. It runs really well. It's a shame how finicky the touchscreen controls are. But yeah, it's a relatively simple setup. So if this helps you out, I'd appreciate a like or a subscribe. Tell your friends, and I will see you in the next one.